Hello, I'm Daniel with Teach Kids Robotics, and today we'll be talking about the Petoi Bittle. This is an open source robotic dog kit that you can build on your own to learn more about robotics. There are multiple servo motors that you can control through software that allow you to control this robot dog. You can control the movement of both the limbs and the head and assemble this kit yourself with easy to follow instructions. I'll be going over how quickly it is to build this robot from scratch and how to program it using both Python and C++ libraries. We'll see how you can get up and running with your Bittle dog and work on your own projects to see how quickly you can adopt your own robotics STEM learning kit. During the build process, the instructions are easy to follow and available both online and on YouTube. For the most part, I followed the YouTube video for step-by-step instructions on how to assemble the Bittle. If you don't want to assemble your own Bittle, you can also purchase a pre-assembled version of this kit. Total assembly time took me under 1 hour. The Bittle comes with an extensive online documentation that gets you started working with your robot dog. It runs you through both the high-level overview of the parts and components that come with your kit, as well as how to assemble and set up that kit for the first time. The documentation covers things such as tools and preparation, opening your Bittle box, assembling your Bittle frame, connecting the wires on your Bittle, showing you which servos connect to which pins on the board, the board configuration for different types of Bittles, how to calibrate your robot, which is important in actually getting the Bittle to walk properly, how to perform final assembly and screw in and lock in the calibration, and then how to finally actually play with your Bittle, whether you control it through Arduino, Python, MicroPython, ESP8266, a Raspberry Pi, C++, or any of the other supported languages. After building, you can connect the Bittle to your computer with USB-C and download the desktop application. I note that when setting up my Bittle for initial calibration, I did have to actually install some additional drivers, and that is hidden in parts of the documentation, but there is a section that explains which drivers you need to support working with your Bittle. The CP210X drivers for Windows will allow you to actually see your Bittle over the serial interface, and the serial interface is how the commands are issued from the software to control the robot. The Bittle is controlled using the open source OpenCat project on GitHub, which has over 400 forks and 3,000 stars, showing how many people rely on this project. This project comes with built-in Python libraries and serial-based communication protocols to control your Bittle. It also has step-by-step instructions on how you can run the Python UI from the command line that allow you to both program skills on your Bittle and calibrate your Bittle. This project has additional documentation and advanced guides if you would like to program more advanced features on your Bittle. The OpenCat GitHub repository is where you'll find the Petoi desktop app. You can either download it from their releases page or grab a copy of the entire OpenCat repo and run the Python script yourself. In the PyUI folder, you can run the UI.py script, and that pulls up the desktop application. This gives you the opportunity to calibrate your robot or program new skills. When I tried to open the calibration screen, unfortunately there was an error, so I don't know if the calibration would work when I would save. So I decided to abort it and then look at the skills screen. Restarting the desktop application and going to the skill composer, we do see a UI that matches what was shown in the README documentation. There is further documentation available on how to control your robot using the skill composer. A separate OpenCat Serial CPP project allows you to control your Bittle using C++. However, I note this project hasn't been updated in a while, and the CMake list used to build the project doesn't actually work with the most recent version of CMake. There is, however, a reference example that you would be able to build that shows you how you can use OpenCat commands to control your Bittle. In addition to the documentation on setting yourself up, Petoi.camp also offers a forums where you can ask questions and get inspiration on additional advanced features of your Bittle. There are general discussion forums, education and curriculum forums, basic assembly help, software and hardware help. So if you're looking for additional assistance after purchasing your Bittle, these forums are a great place to go. I note the Bittle requires calibration in order for it to operate correctly. Calibration determines which orientation the servos are in so that it knows how to move them to move the Bittle. It would have been nice if calibration could occur automatically or had easier to use software. Overall, the Bittle has some clear pros such as the easy hardware setup, the numerous online guides, the high build quality, and the multi-language support, as well as the open source OpenCat. On the cons side, the price is high and the software speakers are not that great. If you're interested in picking up your own robotic dog Bittle, feel free to get one on Amazon. We'll be leaving a link in the description below where you can pick either the Bittle version you would like, or if you're interested in some extra IoT sensors to enhance the features that your Bittle has.